Warning, the following car hater review is totally biased and meant to piss you the fuck off. There is strong language and no political correctness spoken here. If you can't handle the truth, go fuck yourself and go view the other 99% of the copycat car video reviewers out there. Alright, 2018 Toyota Camry. Fucking nonsense. This thing is utterly ugly. Thank you, Premier Automan86, for calling me out to get my shit together. Today's January 15th, 2017, and he's right. Detroit has shown a lot of ugliness. Here it is. So, looks like the Chevy Malibu to me. The front, I don't know what it is. Now, Toyota used to make really nice cars, and I actually used to be a fan of them, believe it or not. Look at that box. The Toyota Cressida. What a beautiful car that was. I actually admired that automobile. And the Nissan Maxima back in 87, 88 when they were out. If you had those automobiles, you were the shit. Then, of course, Toyota fucked it up with this design. They always seem to fuck it up, and now it has become the Avalon. And, I don't know. I'm just showing this. Camry back then was a lesser car. Then they had this cool car, the GTS. It was the FX16. They also had some cool SR5 models. I couldn't find a nice, good picture, but they made one really hot with a spoiler kit. Anyway, I started thinking about it. Toyota wasn't so bad when I was growing up in the 80s and remembering these things. So what the fuck happened? One of my favorite cars, 1988 Toyota Celica GTS all-track. Real fucking deal car. I even had the Tamiya remote control car for it. I love that car. Still like it. Still worth money. Then they fucked it up with this ugly fucking shape come the 90s. So Toyota's been known to fuck shit up, at least in my view. MR2. Real hot right now. If you could find one in the market with low mileage, worth a lot of cash. First MR2 was cool. They even made a supercharged model. Then they came out with this wannabe Ferrari Testarossa 348, wherever the fuck it was, looking thing. But it was okay, I guess. But then they really got fucking crazy. I don't even know what they were thinking here. But, I'm trying to figure out, where's Toyota getting this craziness from? Because they keep getting uglier and uglier. So originally there were Celica Supras out there. That was a cool car in the early 80s. And then they came out with the big wheel. Always reminded me of the Lincoln LSC, if you guys know what that is. I couldn't get a good shot of the front, so I just took that back shot. It was a big fucking car, slow as fucking shit. But it was still cool. It had a target top. And then, of course, we all know from Fast and Furious how popular this thing came. Now, this thing with low miles still worth about $70,000, and it was a real performer with sequential turbos and all that other good shit. It really put Toyota on the map for, a performance car company. But then, as we all know, what the fuck happened? Toyota hasn't made shit. These renderings of the new Supra, they look like a lot of nonsense. It's really going to have no power to it. And let's put it this way. Toyota is basically known for selling bullshit cars. I look at these two cars and I'm like, they're racing down the highway right there. Really? Is anybody really getting exhilarated in driving these? Oh my God, honey, let's go to the dealership and get that new Camry XSE. What does XSE mean too? Just keep it SE. I don't know. It's just odd to me. There's a lot going on in that front. Yeah, there it is, XSE. I don't think there's any real soul to this car or anything that's going to really get your heart pounding. And most of the Toyota drivers I see out there are fucking assholes. Now, this car's got a lot of weird... This is very odd, this back design here with the vent. It's probably fake unless it's going to throw some dirt out the back from the tires. I really don't see the point of it. The front has the camera up there. Really weird grills. Weird-looking design. It's really trying to look sporty. I have some renderings coming up you'll see maybe what they're trying to do, but I don't know. Toyota just gets uglier and uglier to me. And there's this back. I'm not really quite sure what the point of that vent is. What would it be really doing? But hey, they did it. So, if you look at the Prius, always been fucking ugly. Hey, keep in mind, I've done videos on a lot of these Toyotas. This newest thing is just butt ugly. And this is, I guess, the things of Toyota's new shaping. I mean, this is their designers, and whatever they're smoking there is really affecting them on all all new model brands. So it seems to be going across the board. Now, the Corolla I thought was looking better, and I thought it was a pretty good deal, but then they came out with this fucking ugly duckling here. So it seems that all Toyotas are going to have this ugly mug. They almost look like, I don't know, like some alien creature, or if you ever played Space Invaders, it's kind of looking like that to me. A mean, ugly looking face. But hey, I gotta say, even Nissan is producing a lot of ugly shit too. So if we look at even its counterpart, the Maxima, I remember I did take a look on Car Haters for that too. I have the video when I went through Nissan. I was like, what the fuck is this ugly thing? I'm sorry, but this thing is just really, really odd looking. And I don't think it's taken off like the older shape. And I'm not really seeing them as much. Listen, let's put it this way. Toyota can come out with the ugliest fucking thing and Americans will buy it because Americans like driving bullshit cars. I mean, it's just what it is. How many of these XSEs are they going to sell? Not many, okay? These are going to be fucking mostly those plain Jane ones for good lease specials. There's the Accord, its other competitor. The Accord's getting ugly too up in the front with the grills. And I just saw like a rendering of a 2018 or whatever Accord. Really fucking ugly, just like this thing. So Honda keeps fucking it up too. So now I was like, well, what are they copying off of? Kind of reminds me of the TL. Remember when the TL did this? I also did a video on that on Car Haters. Check that out. And you didn't know whether that car was coming or going. Now, this XSE, I would say pretty much is trying to be like this Acura rendering that they never came out with. Anyway, I'm basically out of time. And if you don't agree with what I'm saying, hey, I can't imagine that you're really happy about going to the dealer to pick up or waiting for this 2018 Camry. And if you do have those feelings, good fucking luck to you.
Follow Automotive Ad Builder on our social networking sites to keep up with the latest videos, reviews, autos for sale, and vehicle marketing solutions. We also welcome any questions or comments. One of our staff will be happy to help you.